What's up, beautiful ladies? Welcome to my channel. I'm J Marie, and in today's video I'm just going to be talking about the importance of financial literacy. It's really time to open up the conversation, especially among us women of color. Open up the money conversations, the pay transparency conversations. In today's video, that's exactly what we're going to do, and just talk about what are the key factors of being financially literate. All right, so let's get into it, because I'm definitely about to be dropping some gems. Before I do, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more things like this, and also be sure to share with other people that may find my content helpful as well. All right, let's get into it. First things first, definitely it's time to start seeking out becoming more financially literate. I say this, being more conscious of your money in all aspects. Now, the three keys to becoming financially literate, in my opinion, are going to be: first, learning how to make money, because the money has to come from somewhere. So learning how to make money, developing skills that will make you a desirable candidate, whether you're trying to get a good paying 9-to-5 or if you're trying to go out on your own. But first, you need to develop the skills that you need to be able to make that money. The second thing is also being able to manage that money that you have coming in. And in order for you to manage that money that you have coming in, you have to know how much of it is coming in, but also how much is going out every month. Every time you get paid, it really doesn't matter how much money you're making if you're not managing your money correctly. And in order to manage your money correctly, you need to know what's going in and what's coming out, and making sure that you're spending less than you're bringing in to create a gap that allows you to save and invest as well. Now, the third tip to becoming financially literate after making money, managing money, is how to best use that money to accommodate you and reach the goals that you set out for yourself. In order to do that, you need to know, what do you want money to do for you? Because money is just a tool. We don't want the money to just sit in the bank. We want money to be able to accomplish our goals. I want to use my money to be able to travel the world, to reach financial independence, and really be able to live my life on my own terms without a job. So first things first is to open up the conversation. Is to, when you're applying for those jobs or you're getting those job offers, make sure you are always negotiating your pay. In order to do this, look into different websites like Glassdoor, payscale.com, different websites where you can look up what is the average amount that people in your industry and then people in your career field are making in your state, and make sure you're comparing that to whatever your job offer is. Now, story time for y'all. Last year, I decided to quit my job, and this was in about May, I believe. I decided to quit my job and take a 3-month sabbatical and just figure things out, because I haven't had a break before. I didn't have a backup plan, didn't have another job, didn't know when another job was gonna come. After about 2 months in, after I got done traveling and just doing everything I wanted to do, my savings account started dwindling, and it was time to start looking for a job. I was getting so many low ball offers that I was starting to lose a little bit of hope. So when I did finally get a job offer, I kind of lowballed myself, because as soon as I started my job and I started talking to the other ladies that I worked with, I learned that literally everyone else that got hired around the same time as me
for the exact same job
was making thousands more than me. And we all came from the same industry, and we're going into this new company working the same job, the same hours, and they were getting paid thousands more than I was. And that's because they asked for more and they negotiated their pay. And that was such a big lesson learned for me, because it taught me to really ask for what I wanted. After I found out that information, I decided to go straight to HR and let them know, hey, I hear that I've been talking to others and I found out that I'm making this amount and I would like to be at this amount. And you know what they did? The very next day I got an email that put me at the same salary as everyone else. So by doing only about an hour of research, by talking to other people and then talking to HR for about 30 minutes, within that day, I was able to get a salary increase of thousands of dollars more per year. Ladies, I'm telling you now, make sure you are getting paid what you are worth. Make sure you are looking up how much people are getting paid in your industry, and make sure you are not getting lowballed, because these companies will love to lowball you. They'll love for you to ask for less, because that means that's less money that they got to pay you. Make sure you asking for what you're worth and you know what you're worth. So it's time to really start having those conversations. Don't be nervous about it, because the more money you make, the more you are able to do to accomplish your goals and take care of the people that you love. After that, once you start making that money, it's really time to start figuring out how you are going to manage this money. And that comes from how you're going to budget your money, how you're going to spend your money. Now, I know we get into this FOMO field where there's the fear of missing out on traveling, missing out on handbags and shoes and clothes and all these type of things. But keep in mind, you need to make sure you have a foundation before you can get to the bigger stuff. And that foundation is going to require some sacrifice. When I first decided to pay off all of my debt, it took me 1 year to pay off over $30,000 worth of debt. And of course, I will admit that I definitely had privileges, and that I had a spouse. Well, I have a spouse that was helping me along the way. No, he didn't pay off any of my debt, but he definitely helped me in ways where my bills weren't as much, because I did have a partner. So that is one of my privileges. But just because I have that privilege, don't feel like that's not something that you can do as well. In order for me to pay off that debt, however, I needed to sacrifice. I needed to say no to things until I got in a position where I can start saying yes. And realize when you're making those sacrifices, it's only for a short amount of time. Because after that sacrifice, now you have more money. After I paid off debt, now I have more money to be able to put towards other savings goals, put towards investing goals. So be sure that you are ready to sacrifice when it comes to managing your money, because you don't want to get to that 6-figure salary and blowing it and living paycheck to paycheck. Do you know that there's so many people in the US now that are making 6 figures and over, but still living paycheck to paycheck? We don't want that for you. So make sure when you secure the bag, you know how to manage that bag, double and triple and quadruple that bag. And then number 3, definitely start using that money to create the life that you love. If you love to travel, put some savings away so that every year you can look forward to 1 or 2, 3 or 4 vacations per year. Put money aside for that so you can enjoy what your money can do for you. So ladies, let's really start opening up the conversations, having more conversations about pay transparency, getting paid what you're worth, learning how to manage your money, and using that money to create the life you love. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope my tips were helpful, and I hope to see you guys on the next video. Until next time, peace.